Hey y'all, we back, Jack. I don't know what happened to just then. My live just got shut down. You know, I had to reset my computer. Talking about my thing done crashed and all that. I just don't understand all that kind of technology. But I'm back. And I'm gonna shoot a disclaimer out there. Disclaimer: fair use, education purpose use only. All rights and image and music clip belong to their prospective owner, and we do not claim ownership. All right. Like I was saying, YouTube. Sound like YouTube trying to know what I'm talking about. So let me go to what I was on right here. Alright. I'm gonna pick up where I left off at. Alright. 8:49 p.m. September the 9th. This 8 something at nighttime. Rosemont already pronounced her deceased and got her already in the death report. Okay, before they even found her in the freezer. And you got Kenneka mama got her phone. She got possession of the phone because when she got the phone back, when she claimed Monique and them gave her phone back and she dropped them off, right? So she would have the phone at 8:36 p.m. The lady created where it was a video and she modified the video, she got rid of the original video, but modified a video at 8:39 p.m. That's when she came out. They were kicking us out the hotel, making her feel sorry for her. But like those bastards, Miss Teresa, they were kicking y'all out. I knew it was a cover up and all that, but look what she would be doing on that phone with Kenneka phone. And got a video that was created and said this video here gonna be at 1:36. And you mean to tell me that Miss Teresa won't you believe that, hey, at 1:36 she was just arriving with Monifa with the Bluetooth speaker. And this ain't even the correct time. So now look, you go to this photo, and this in the police report. So you would have police would have a picture. I guess they took this at 8:49 on September the 9th. And they was in the freezer taking pictures. And Miss Teresa would try to create a video trying to explain why is Miss Teresa want to explain a video at one something and created it and want you to believe, yeah, Monifa Wilder. All right. Now look, like I said, they want us to believe that this was at 8 something. Right? You got Miss Teresa in the lobby. You got Leonora and the family there. They go to grandmammy. They go to translady. Right? This the interesting part about it. Cause even though if this is at 8 some, it's still showing the police presence in the kitchen. And Miss Teresa will have the phone round about this time trying to create a video for 1:30 to fit the narrative. It sounds like her and Sergeant Rose were trying to work on something, a time frame. I'm cutting in and out, y'all. Hold on, y'all. How my mic sound? How my mic sound? Do I need to turn it down a little bit? All right. So they want you to believe this at 8 some, but this timestamp will show you, okay, they in the kitchen, somebody on the phone taking a picture. Taking a picture. So you got this video, and Miss Reese will have the phone around by this time, cause that's when they gonna say she gonna be start creating this video at 1:36. So now watch this. Now this the cold part about it. Everybody know this timestamp off at least 2 hours. So basically this would be at 11:54. Alright, y'all remember when Kenneka will show up with Bree Bree and Shemaya and them, cause they gonna be walking in the back of the hotel coming in. Right? They're supposed to be at 1 some, but they will be at 11 some. This would be when Irene go live and all this, and Monique for pressuring her, yeah, girl, enjoy yourself, and all of this old stuff. So they freshly just getting there at 11:13, not 1:13, but 11:13. So soon when they went live, you see Bree Bree and the other girl were like, yeah, we need 2 girls. And you heard Monifa saying, yeah, me and Kenneka about to come outside. Let's assume there will be 11 some. So, boom, Bree Bree finna go get the energy bull drink out the car. Watch this. Now look. Y'all see that time skip? Friends K just went down there, right? This is what they want you to believe. Boom. Stop it right there. They want you to believe he just walked down here and then decided to run, go this way. You want to know what time I really think this is? This could be actually at 1:55. Watch this. Boom. They will be actually at 1:55. Hold up. He go in the laundry room. Let's stop it right there. He go in the laundry room. So we know they said 1:55. Now watch when they finna show him go in the laundry room. Boom. You want to know what time this is? This ain't 1:58. You want to know what I think what time it is? Knock this up 2 hours. If you knock this up 2 hours and he needed sheets and blanket, that means this would be at 3:58 going on 4 o'clock. That's why they're gonna need sheets and blanket for her in the pool area instead of the weed smoke. Instead of the weed smoke, you need too many sheets and blankets. Cause they explained this photo. How they wrapped her up in sheets and blankets. And garbage bags. Hold on. So what they did was they shuffled this footage around, right, out of sequence, and put it back the way they wanted you to believe. Like, yeah, he finna go upstairs now about a noise complaint. Yeah, this when I'm going up there, you know. But look, watch this. Boom. Check this out. Boom. Straight to the pool area. Look. Now he finna go in the laundry room on this jump, but get off on the elevator. Guess what time this gonna be? 2 o'clock. Now that's at 2 o'clock. That's at 2 o'clock. That's when it's emergency. Remind y'all, 136. If you go back to why Miss Teresa wants y'all to believe, look at her now. We need to fool the public with this right here. With this one sum theory. Oh, okay, Miss Teresa. I see what you saying. But so hold on. We gotta go back to Bree. So when we go back to Bree stated she left the party around 12:15, 12:30. Won't that make sense that we just saw, Bree, right? At 11:58. You got the Irene live video? Kenneka about to come outside. So when you just don't see Kenneka going outside with them. At some point, she came out the room, closely behind Bree. All right. So let's just say Bree leave at 12:26, you know what I'm talking about, boom. Cause she finna come back in about an hour. Watch this. She leave with a family member, which is this Kenneka cousin right here, Cece. If you go to the other reports about Man, he said he was in the car with a female named Cece, and they cousins. And that's how he was able to come up there. Watch this. So 1:30. Look who you got coming back in at 1:31. Don't they go back to the video Miss Teresa wants you to be like, hey, Kenneka and Elevate with Monifa, they just getting there. Boy, that's a clear sign to cover up for Bree at this point. Cause Kenneka just left from the hotel with a dude in the lobby. Damn near 10-15 minutes ago. Ten, 15 minutes. Let's go to her statements. Once you go to Bree statement, look how this finna sound like. Kenneka parked in the rear of the hotel, blah, blah, blah. The group went upstairs in room 926 and the following people at the time with blank source, blah, 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 blah. Check this out. So all of this gonna be at 11 some. What they talking about right here? The pocket ticket, all this at 11 some. But they want you to believe this was round 2 some. All right, watch this. She said she left between 12:15, 12:30. She needed GPS to go pick up her friend, but didn't have a GPS on her phone. She picked up her friend, brought her back, and her friend did not stay at the hotel. Keep this in mind. It was 2 text messages went to Kenneka. She on the way back at the hotel. Now this at 1:03. One major text said, I'm 10 minutes away, and it smacks there. Look, 1:10. She returned at the hotel, possibly 1:10. So look, before Kenneka, look, I won't even be surprised if Bree was goddamn it in the lot when Kenneka was meeting up with a dude. You see what I'm saying? So now look, once you think about, okay, look at the ball theory. We see her in the lobby round about this time, And she texting Kenneka round about this time, and Kenneka phone is lit up bright in the lobby. So she was texting somebody, and she was texting messaging her sister. This is what Miss Teresa know. So look, she said when she got to the room, they informed her she was missing. That's a perfect alibi for Bree Bree. So Bree Bree, 11:58, get the red energy bull drink, go to the room. We ain't finna mind Friend's cave right now. Then you got her sister at the same time frame, 12:20 sister. Then you got Bree Bree, look, leave. With who? All these gonna be family members. You even see Cece. Boom. So Cece left out with boom, Leonora and them, and then seen leaving with Bree Bree. Alright. Check this out. 12:55. There goes Smacks and them. One some, if her brother and them showing up, and Kenneka about to show up, and Bree Bree about to show up, and Man about to show up, all at the same time frame, that mean Bree Bree, Kenneka, her brother and them all came back together. I won't even be surprised if they went and picked these people up. Won't that would make sense? She said she had to go pick up some people. Shit, look who be showing up when she come in. Come on. Look. 105. Brother near Kenneka in the library. Where's Bree Bree? Cause she finna walk in the next 10-15 minutes. She know not to walk in right now. No, not right now. So look. Man, boom. So once you go to Man statement, that's why Man said, yeah, I was just getting up there. Cece dropped me off. She left, dropped me off. So that's when I went up there and they told me, yeah, you know, he gonna be at the door shooting dice and Kenneka gonna still be in the room. So they said they began to search the hotel right at 1:30. So now you got to go back to this video. Watch this. This gonna be at 1:55. Let's go to 1:30. Watch this, y'all. 1:30. So this gonna be straight 1:30. And this gonna be at 1:55. Don't that make sense? Why he will be running? So that's when he gonna be run when everything taking place. Now right here, Guess what time this is? Knock it up 2 hours. 3:58, going on 4 o'clock. That's when you need sheets and blankets. Cover the body up to get this. Make a whole lot of sense to me. I mean, you don't want to be seen walking in the lobby pushing the sheets and blankets. Look what he do. Guess where he going? Watch this. That's 4 o'clock. Now look. They finna show him getting off on the elevators and run. Guess what time this is? 2 o'clock. Now that's at 2 o'clock. So you got him running from 1:30, 1:50 to 2 o'clock. That's 30 minutes of running. Alright. Boom. Guess what time this is? 12:01. This at 12:01. Now look, finna go back downstairs. Guess what time it finna be? Watch this. This at 12:01. Boom. Ooh-wee. Guess what time that is? Straight back to the laundry room. Bam! Uh-oh. Guess what time that is? 2:05. Running again, 2:05. So basically, they mixed this footage when she first got assaulted. That's when he would be running. When you see him with the sheets and blanket, that's when they covering it up in the pool area. And they just merge it together. Now I see the gameplay. Because I was like, why would he be running? Because I was like, okay, this at 2:05. And why would he be running way before anything happened? It won't make sense. But it'll make sense the way I'm looking at it now. Watch this. See that? Perfectly normal. So now we know this at 12 something, right? Y'all see the time skip? Keep in mind, time skip. See that? It skipped. Wide skip and then showing him come right back out. So look, this would be at 12 something. See how CC on the move? With Pucky. There go the other sister living Noru. Guess who finna follow them out there? This at 12 now. So this when Kenneka had to be shortly finna come out that room, bro. She gonna be there. She gonna be there. They had his picture in the investigation. Like, why his picture? Why they investigated him? We'll figure that out later on. This at 12:17. Now y'all see he went out there and met up with these people. Boom. 12, 26. Watch this. So they finna add this. Watch this. If this at 12 song, boom. See how he keeping up with the time? Now y'all see he went up there keeping up with the time. Now we know this at 12:36. Watch what time this gonna be. It skip a whole hour. This at 1:32. If you match this footage up when Kenneka just left that lobby, ball, that's the response. It's going down. So when you see Bree right here, when he go in that room and go downstairs, that's gonna be an hour, bro. And they try to make it look like, yeah, he just went down there to go, you know what I'm talking about, run and. So it's showing you the whole play. Boom. Kenneka could have came out that room and she gonna be in that parking lot. Everybody, she finna be out there with all her family members. It would make sense. Boom. Then look. Cause T.Y. and them, look, T.Y. and them just left. Keep that in mind. They finna leave, right? So she's still gonna be in T.Y. live video. Or is that her? We don't know. So look, this here will be at 4:33. More sheets and blankets. This ain't gonna be at no 2:33. This will be at 12. Not 2. This will be at 12. The kitchen will be closed around about 11. Weekend might be 12. So it makes sense why they be cleaning the kitchen when it just recently closed, right? Alright. So this will be at 12 something. Boom. Then the time finna skip and jump to an hour. Now look. All the cameras finna be cut off. Right up in here. See that? It's still skipping around 12 something. So look, if you got all the cameras skipping around 12 something, where the fuck you think Bree and them were going to? You mean to tell me Bree leaving at the hotel CC? Where Bree went to then? And it's skipping all around about this same time frame. Now you see why all the footage is skipping around 12 something. Everybody leaving out, even Leonora. Where Leonora went to. Cause she the one told everybody, yeah, there's a lot of ways around here. You know what I'm saying? It's more than one way that is this kitchen. But the police told me that though. They showed me all the exit. No, you been on. See what I'm saying? If you got everybody living on them, look, boom. Everybody leaving. And people coming in. Look. And it's all skipping in this time frame. Can we all agree? Alright. Look where it finna skip to. Boom. Still 12 something, then the rag move. Alright. Bam! Look what he got going on. So they let me know everybody sneaking to the kitchen. Cameras off. You can freely roam around in certain areas of the hotel because you know the camera's off. Bam! Sleeves rolled up. 12:37, right? Look, that's why he going to the kitchen, making sure everything cool. Is it just me that I'm seeing what I'm seeing? So that means everybody gonna be scattered out through the hotel at this point. Now this at 12 something. Finna go on 1 o'clock. So now since the kitchen secured, everybody finna be on their phone now because the camera's out. So now you gotta watch it on your phone if you got a VOTech app. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. He got access to the camera. Everybody gonna be on their phone communicating. Time skipping on the footage around 12 something. We're gonna watch everybody movement. Cause we don't know where these suckers come in at. I ain't see them drive and get out no car, nothing. Well, they was already in the kitchen, coming out that motherfucker. I don't know. But you go to this shit here, time shows skipping around about this time, especially around about here. Oh, this a perfect time. That time be skipping. Yeah, y'all out the kitchen. Yeah, they out the kitchen now. Yeah, cut the cameras off. And then look, now they showing this will be at 119. This, okay, this what we need to figure out. So we know this at 119. Kenneka will be somewhere in this area. Won't you think? Somebody talk to me. Do I need to go to 54 Keys video? Talking about ball. And I want y'all to start at this timestamp. Right? Oh yeah, I got to show that. Hold on. Y'all bear with me. I got to put balls in this. Watch this.
I want to look at the timeline that Crown Plaza gave us. And I want to start with this right here. Because this was one of the weirdest things on that footage that I still to this day scratch my head about. Because I was like, what the hell was that all about? And that's when Eugenia Walker and those two other girls come in, meet up with Trevante.
And that's not Eugenia Walker.
It looks like they get on the elevator, they get off on that lower level at 105, and then they make their way back up to the lobby, and then you see them go down the food court hall.
That explains why that's why they were heading towards the kitchen. When you check this out, I won't even be surprised when we saw them on the lower level getting off on their elevators. Cause they want y'all to believe they just walked in, walked around the hotel, got off on the elevator, but it was just a cover up to show them they probably were getting off on their elevators around 1 something going towards the kitchen. Cause you know you could do a lot of amazing things with this camera shit. So basically they wanted you to follow this route, like, yeah, they just walked in, boom, 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 walked around, come back around and meet up with dude, and then they leave the hotel. No. Looked like they were coming out the kitchen. They already got cups in their hand drinking or going to the kitchen. Look. 119.
And then next thing you know, they're coming back up through the meeting hall. I think that was West Meeting Hall. And then at 111, they're leaving. It was like they made one big ass circle and left. And I never understood that.
Cause this could be actually, you know what I'm saying? This could be a video that's out of sync. This could be one of those videos, but like, yeah, we could have this video showing y'all coming out round at a 111, coming out the kitchen. Then I could just show them coming. Y'all could just show y'all when y'all first came in the kitchen, when y'all were first headed to the kitchen. So look, if you just follow them go to the food court hall, just imagine they going to the kitchen, and bam, and then they got them coming out the kitchen. But you got to figure out what time this could be. All right. Can we match this timestamp up when they get to Kenneka?
Because it was like, I mean, if they was coming to the party, I mean, they didn't go upstairs. It was like they came in and did a full circle. And at 111, we see them leaving out through the front lobby. And while they're leaving out through the lobby, Kenneka is coming through the back.
So, check this out. If that's a let 11 song, it still would show you that these people knew what's up with the kitchen before Kenneka did.
Take note of what Kenneka is wearing when she comes in. She got on her blue jean outfit. She got on those wolf gray Jordans. And her hair is parted down the middle and is bone straight. Okay? Don't forget that. We were told that Kenneka kicked it with her friends. They got to drinking, partying. You know, the party got lit. Okay? And then at some point, Monifa and them took her out the room. Nobody knows what happened.
Man, I can solve that right now. Cause that mean when Bree left, Kenneka left. And they blamed it on Monifa that, yeah, Monifa brought her out the room intoxicated and drunk. But that ain't what happened. Kenneka left the room, actually. Straight, perfectly fine. So Miss Teresa needs you to think about Monifa round about this time. You know what I'm talking about? Cause when they were saying Kenneka came missing that that's why Living Nova said, man, she had to come up missing at 3 some and not 2 some. Cause 3 some is 1 some. You see what I'm saying? The whole time, Monifa did leave her out the room with Bree. You see what I'm saying? But they came back to the room and chill till Bree showed back up. So that means when Bree showed back up, that's gonna be at 1:30, and that's why they said they started looking for her at 1:30, cause it's actually, you know what I'm saying, cause they had her leaving around 3:30, but it was at 1:30. Man, somebody talk to me in the chat. Look, let 54 break these balls down. Cause when she leave out that hotel, we gonna have to match it up with this time frame. You see when it skipped from 12:53 bam to 1:19. I'ma stop it right there and play this video.
But don't forget that the first story that we got, Monifa and them said they left her in the lobby. Then it changed and they said we left her in the hallway. Okay? We still don't know what time it was. Irene told us it was 2 something. We don't know. But then we had this girl come into the lobby at 3:20. or 3:16 based off of their time.
Oh, let's say 116. Don't they finna match up with this? Let's see when friends can't respond. This the first call. Look. This would be at 2 right here. Look. This at 1:55. Hold on, why you let the time skip? This at 1:55 right here. That's when he was running towards the kitchen at first, then he changed around. Let me go back 30 minutes before that. 30 minutes before that, at 1:32. Match it up with this. And then see, oh man. Match it up with this time frame with this footage. And go back to this. And remember, you gotta go back. Who was on Kenneka's phone? Texting Bree. It finna go back to Bree. Cause she texting her at what? Ooh, wait a minute. She said they started search Kenneka right at 1:30. So look what will be going on all at 1:30. Look. Hold on. Look.
Okay? And again, like I said before, take note of what she's wearing. The blue jean outfit, the hair up in the balls, and some boots. Okay? And she in and out. So around 3:20, she leaving out with Trevante. And then they want us to believe that about 12, 13 minutes after she left out from the lobby, that Kenneka was walking toward the freezer.
Ooh-wee. She ain't gonna be walking towards the freezer at this point. Cause she gonna have to be in that party room. That private lounge. You know, the Bill Mary private lounge. That's where the assault finna happen at. But guess what? She gonna end up in the pool area before they place her in the freezer. Keep this in mind. At some point, Miss Teresa said this out her own mouth. Do it sound like that Miss Teresa know what's on the footage when she said, "How did my daughter made it outside in that parking lot, Crown Plaza?" Somebody talk to me. I'm like, whoa, what you see, Miss Teresa? I want to see that footage so bad. You got me hyping that. I'm like, yeah. She made it outside the parking lot. I thought she supposed to be roaming around. You know what I'm saying? And keep this in mind. Guess what Miss Teresa said where the crime scene was? Downstairs. Downstairs? Her brother walked and she said she didn't even know it was a crime scene. What time this gonna be if it's a crime scene? Cause last time I checked, I ain't see J Money walking in the kitchen where the body was. But hold on. So again, you got Miss Teresa's family all over that footage. You got Miss Teresa's family all over that footage, right? And once you go to Kenneka's phone, now we gotta go to this Kenneka phone that they want you to believe Monifa. This is all of this. What you finna read in Monifa phone is Kenneka phone. Miss Arisa, we got a timestamp that on September the 8th, 8:30 p.m. that night, you was modifying a video and said, I'm just telling everybody that's when they was getting to the hotel at one something. But on the footage, I see your family and them busting a move. So look, let's go to all the videos. Right? First video, September 9th. This at 10:53 in the morning? What this video showed? A Snapchat story. Post her account, and this video 4 minutes and 17 seconds long. In this video, there are clips of inside of a vehicle. Appeared to be going to a hotel party in a vehicle. The video cuts to a clip of them in the bathroom displaying the Hennessy bottle. Wait a minute. What time that goddamn video? What time the original video was then? Y'all see how Mr. Reese working that phone, right? That's what a suspect do. Try to cover up they ditch in the trail. And they give us edit. That's the cold part about it. That's why we got a lot of blurry ass videos and images. Cause guess what device is gonna have to come off of they phone. And then look. Alright. So the video shows a clip of them in the bathroom. It's holding a plastic cup with a dark liquid substance, you know that. And this one she gonna be getting there. So this video got to be around 11. Going on 12. That's all. So this video actually gonna be at 11 going on 12. Boom. The album Snapchat, right? Watch this, check this out. September 9th. Now this at 5:32 p.m. on September 9th. In this particular video, Kenneka is inside of a bathroom having a brief conversation, smiling and laughing. Third video, whoa, this at 7:46 p.m. on September 9th. This video showed Kenneka inside of a bathroom in a hotel having a brief conversation, smiling, laughing. It showed her holding a plate. So what the fuck? So look. So Mr. Reese want to give us all these videos about she in the bathroom drinking. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be around one something. And because she in the bathroom drinking and having a good time in the room. Look. A fourth video. She modifying these motherfuckers back to back. In this video, they in the elevator with Kenneka. What elevators? Check this out. What elevator? It could be a freight elevator. It could be any kind of, you know what I'm saying? Cause something was going on with Kenneka and her family at one time, bro. That's why Mr. Reese said she had a disgusted look on her face like somebody would agitate her. It might was her mammy. Might was her fat ass sister. And the rest of those duckling ass, chicken face ass bitches, bro. Watch this. They said Kenneka would be smiling, dancing, all in the elevator. Damn, they trying to make like she danced all night. You could say she would dance, but you could have a body in that goddamn elevator transporting it. So it makes you think, if you want us to believe this, that Kenneka was in the hotel laughing and drinking and don't show the original tapes, that means Miss Teresa got a whole lot to hide. So she actually covering up for one song. And she damn sure ain't coming for the hotel at this point. So guess what the hotel got to do? The same shit. Man, you got the hotel doing the same shit, editing the timestamp and switching their story up, and Miss Teresa switching their story up. And they switching their story up because they trying to make it fit and make it work. Man, they just like clicking two booster cables together. You finna get some sparks, Jack. Man, look at her. Now look. This, oh shit. Here go another video that was modified. Now they still modifying videos. September the 17th. They saying, now check this out. This got to let you know that, man, that's why Mr. Reese kept saying, yeah, and our little meeting and stuff, and you know what I'm saying, the police, and she claimed she went to these meetings with the police. Man, don't we need that parking lot footage? Man, we need that goddamn parking lot footage. Because guess what? That's why Mr. Rich want everybody to focus in room 926 in the room instead of their goddamn parking lot. That's why she know they ain't gonna show their parking lot because they on that motherfucker. The family on that motherfucker. So she gonna be like, yeah, she gonna regret that she should have never said nothing about that parking lot. I don't give a fuck if you were mad at these demon ass folks that you working with, but you should have never said the thing that you said. You should have never challenged the devil like that. Cause anything that you could say can be used against you in the court of law. Just like that video that she said, I had to time myself. This round one something. So when I time myself, so they can't say that that you know that I was out my mind and all this old stuff and this was at one something. One something. It better not be no one something at no September 9th in the morning. Because now we got a problem. I remember when I was doing my research, bruh, and I was like, man, y'all, I think we need to ask Miss Teresa, be like, look, for my research, it makes you think that it's Baw's Kenneka. Because if you dig an investigation, it's going to lead you that way, be like, damn, Baw's got to be Kenneka, bruh. She got to be. Cause everything finna match up in the parking lot. Y'all, somebody talk to me in the chat, God damn it. Somebody talk to me in the chat. Man, we finna cook up over here. Like them young niggas say, yeah, them YN be like, yeah, y'all cook. Yeah, y'all cook. Watch this. So look, boom. In this video is the only one in camera view and state my shorty was out here. Whoa! She be right on my side of me. Whoa! What that means? Sound like somebody in the parking lot. Sound like somebody in the parking lot. Here go a fruit picture that was taken between the 8th and the 9th. Some of these pictures was on the 9th. Oh, Kenneka in the bathroom again in the hotel in a similar fashion. Whoa! Here Here go a text message from the hotel prior to the video. Y'all discuss a plan going to the movie at some point in the night. Kenneka change her mind and go to the hotel party. Boom boom. Oh, this is where they finna boom. But hold up. I thought this was Monifa phone. But I thought this was Kenneka phone, right? So boom. So now you see why Miss Teresa had. Look how they throwing it all off on Monifa, because Monifa is the best friend. Zaria Walls was. Zaria Wall was the best friend the whole time. So look, read all this shit. Check this out, boom. Look what time this gonna be. Knock 6 hours off there. They already saying the girl, she never did this before. This at 1:07. We was all together texting me saying she was ready to go. So you mean tell me Kenneka text, you ready to go? But she text her sister, she ready to go. Shit, I'm seeing a whole lot of fuckery going on now, Jack. Look. 111. Check this out, 111. Look 113. So they already knew what was happening to that girl, and when they knew when she was sometime in that parking lot, everybody went to work. Oh, she never did this before. Oh my God. Oh, we can't find Kenneka. And then here we go at 3 o'clock. It jumped from 113. Look how silent it was for 2 hours before they started texting again. See that? But they still 2 hours now. They stopped texting from 113 and picked up at 3:06. And look what they talking about. She said she was ready to go. We walked in the hallway, but she didn't have her keys in her phone. And we finna go back inside and look for her phone, man, before before the keys. Oh, look at all this shit. Hold on. Kenneka phone. Gotta go to Kenneka phone. Still the same phone. Go to Kenneka phone. When the last time she gonna be texting anybody? This would be at what time? 3 in the morning. Let me be in the thought and peace and stop trying to kill me. So this will be at 3 in the morning. Hold up. No. Hold on. That'd be at 12. Yeah, 12. Let me be a thought and peace. Hold on. I need to look into that again. And stop trying to kill me. They'll be at 3. I'll look at that at 3 some. And they'll have a phone right there, but I'm gonna just say 12:02 for right now, just to match this up with that. But I'm gonna look into that even more. But I know at 1:20, 30 minutes later, the D look little. That's the last time she sent a text on her phone. Kenneka never responded again after 1:20. It makes sense. It makes sense now. Boom. 134, gotta skip again.
Now, when we look at this picture of Kenneka walking toward that freezer, notice that her hair is back straight. I mean, bone straight. She got back on the Jordans. Now, one or two things. Either Kenneka and Bawbaws are not the same person, or we're not looking at this in the right order.
Told you. We ain't looking at it in the right order. But I know how to put that motherfucker back to order. I can put that jump back to order. Y'all study this footage with me.
Because what we know is that when they found Kenneka in that freezer, the major discrepancies involved her clothing, her shoes, and her hair. Now, we all know how Kenneka was found in that freezer, so I'm not going to even show that picture. But take note of the fact that when they found her, she was laying on her left side, she had on her left shoe, and then the right shoe was thrown like over in the corner. But they were dirty on both sides. And it was like, how do you explain that away? You know, some people in the beginning thought that maybe she had been redressed. And in my mind, that would include her shoes too. So at some point, did she not have these shoes on? When a discussion came out about her hair, listen to what her sister told us.
Any obvious marks on her, anything like that?
No, they didn't let us see her until they put her in the body bag. We didn't see none down here. We only saw her from neck on up. And her hair was all over her head. It looked like she was spiky.
Now, when Kenneka was found in that freezer, her hair appeared to be curly, okay? And Lenora told us that her hair was all over her head like she had been in a fight. Now, and if you've been following me for a minute, y'all already know, I believe there was a fight. Don't know where it happened, could have been in the parking lot. But I believe there was a fight, still, to this day. I've yet to see anything to change my mind about that, okay? But what I do know is that even a fight is not gonna make your hair curly. So how do you explain that away? How did her hair end up like that? Let me show y'all.
But nobody didn't peep what she actually just said. Let's listen to our sister, what she told us. Watch this.
Listen to what her sister told us.
I mean her sister. Now look, check this out. Keep this in mind. The reporter asked her about one something. That's the whole key to this, everything. What do y'all see at one song? Check this out. Look at this footage. What do y'all see at one song? Before we even think about this reporter asking about a murder video at one song.
Her hair was all over her head like she had been in a fight.
Obvious marks on her, anything like that?
No, they didn't let us see her until they put her in the body bag. We didn't see none down here. We only saw her from neck on up. And her hair was all over her head. It looked like she was spiky.
Now, when Kenneka was found in that freezer, her hair appeared to be curly, okay? And Lenora told us that her hair was all over her head like she had been in a fight. Now, and if you've been following me for a minute, y'all already know, I believe there was a fight. Don't know where it happened, could have been in the parking lot. But I believe there was a fight.
Ain't this a coincidence that she said it could have been in the parking lot? But you made video talking about, yeah, she was fighting on the lower level and everything. Hey, Candy Star, I found the video you were talking about, Candy Star. She was fighting all in the kitchen. Let 54 tell it, she fighting all around that motherfucker. I'm like, God damn. What a coincidence that she would be saying, what would be going on in the parking lot, gang? Just watch the video. The way 54 breaking it down, she really exposing herself once you wake up to it. Once you wake up, this gonna hit real different. Hold up, they said 120 on the footage. Cause niggas in the parking lot. Now you know why he on the security chirp walkie talkie. Cause that is basically straight security. So they basically working out two radios. This for everybody in the hotel, including security. If the hotel just say like a maintenance man or something needs security, they could call security on this walkie-talkie all this. But that chirp though, don't nobody have that frequency but security. Come on now. 54 know what's going on with that parking lot, and Miss Teresa do too. That's why Miss Teresa wants you to still believe she was still in the room, in the elevator, just arriving. You see what I'm saying? Cause of this shit. Oh yeah, Kenneka just getting there at 113. Shit. Look, she just getting there, y'all. I got the video. I can show everybody. Her and Monique and them was at the elevators. 121. Skip to 123. Pow! Hold on. You said the man was deleting footage. Shit, didn't the footage start getting deleted round about this time? They shutting down the kitchen round about this time. So guess what they would be doing? Watching the cameras. And deleting certain footage. Basically, he ain't even deleting footage. They actually watching it and could be recording it. But it ain't like a live feed. You know, don't you know how like you can watch your cameras live, but it ain't recording though? You know what I'm saying? So look, right there. This at 125. Y'all see this? He nod his head. Go downstairs. Yeah, go downstairs. Hold up. 125. Grab this walkie-talkie, boom. Look, I'm finna go downstairs. Yeah, go downstairs right now. Right now. So look. Once he go downstairs, guess what time this gonna be? Watch this. Look. Man, come in there, bitch. Them young niggas come in behind man. He watching that footage. Now check this out. I'm finna show y'all what Friends Cave finna be at in a minute. So look. That's him right there. Grabbing the walkie-talkie. He finna go down. So I gotta go back to this footage so y'all can see. Right here. Let's go to 135. Right here. Boom! Don't the time match up now? Told y'all. Time match up like a motherfucker. Go downstairs right now. Guess where you finna go? Straight to the laundry room. And he going to the kitchen. That man went in the laundry room, went to the kitchen. But watch this. When they show you the video again, once you hit play on it, John, bam! This gonna be at 4:33. Not that no 133. That's when they need sheets and blanket for, you know what I'm saying, the cover up. It wasn't on, no. Look.
Still, to this day, I've yet to see anything to change my mind about that. Okay? But what I do know is that even a fight is not going to make your hair curly. So how do you explain that away? How did her hair end up like that? Let me show y'all something. Now, for all my sisters out there who wear weave, there's some hair that you can buy called wet and wavy, okay? And this girl is demonstrating how you can go from bone straight, add some water, okay? And then it makes the hair look wavy, like that, okay? And it involves the hair being wet. Now, this picture right here is the hairstyle that I suspect Baba's had, with the two balls on the top and then it being long in the back. And what I found out is that it's called Bantu knots. Now, I told y'all before, my cousin wear this hairstyle.
Why 54 acting like she ain't never got her hair done before? Like, she don't know nothing about these hairstyles. They're like, yeah, they call these Bantu knots. How you get your hair done? Because when I seen your ass on the news, you don't have a beautician. Lord Jesus. Man, when I see 54 hairdo on that motherfucker and all that shit, she talked about Monifa ponytail. I'm about like, bitch, look at your shit. Man, I was smoking kush one night, you know what I'm saying? I was looking at some old TV commercial, Afro Sheen. Shh, shh. That bitch needs some of that. I mean, goddamn. Y'all seen 54 on that news press conference talking about, yeah, you know, they found the body over here, you know what I'm saying? My name is 54 Keys and I'm a YouTube detective. Shit. I looked at the wardrobe. I seen her wardrobe. I'm like, oh no. She a snapback. She a snapback, Jack. She is a snapback. If you don't want to know what a snapback is, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, go look it up. Got some poor bitches out there. She trying to like know, like she don't know, like never got her hair done, and she got to learn this shit from her nieces and shit.
And I don't like it. And she'll wear it for like 2-3 days, and then all of a sudden, it'll be different. And let me show you how that comes to be. Pay attention. Now, I found out that these Bantu knots create what they call heatless curls. Watch this girl in this video. She's taking out her Bantu knots and is creating this wavy look. Watch her.
Damn, 54. I'm guess you don't know nothing about makeup neither. Cause when I seen you on the news, I'm like, damn, she need paint. Man, she don't need no Victoria's Secret. She need to go straight to the body shop. Like, yeah, I need some prime on my cheeks. Yeah, you know, I need you to sand and scuff the rust off this motherfucker. Yeah, man, you can't go to a Brutus store and get that package. Now you gotta go to an auto shop. Yeah, what's the problem? Yeah, I got some cheeks that I need to be enhanced. You know, it's a little rustle. They're like, what kind of what model car it is? They're like, nah, I'm talking about my face right here. You see all these dents and potholes in that motherfucker. Can you put some puddle in this joint and smooth it out and make my skin smooth and soft? Now we don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't think it's safe that we could use some goddamn paint thinner and mix it with some goddamn. Nah, I don't think that shit, bitch. You gonna get us, you know what I'm saying? Everybody seen what 54 look like. Her nose so big, I'm like, I want to know. Look like a frog pissed on that motherfucker, cause it look like that mother done swolled up. Like, I like that. Her nose big in the motherfucker. She talking about the Bantu knot. She got to be from the Bantu tribe, goddamn it. Cause wherever 54 come from, you know they don't do their hair. They don't know nothing about Bantu knot, micro braids, bobs, and you know what I'm talking about, 32 inch. You know, they don't know nothing about none of this shit. Yeah, they the ones, you know, they wake up in the morning and be like, yeah, let me go to my doctor appointment right quick. They don't even use a comb or a brush. They get both of their hands. You know how like when you throw up you know how like Jay-Z throw up the Rock Nation, you know, the pyramid? That's how she grip up top of her motherfucking head. First she lick her hand first, like a wrestler. You know, wrestlers, they like to spit on their hands. Yeah. And she greased that motherfucker up and strangled her motherfucking hair and pulled it in a motherfucking ponytail. And then showing up to the doctor, yeah, my name is 54. Yeah, I come in here, you know what I'm saying, about my chin. Yeah, what's wrong with it? It's kind of swole. I'm trying to see, is it normal that my chin big as hell? They like, yeah, let's send the head doctor in there. The head doctor coming there with a mallet. She sitting on a little 5-gallon little stool. Dr. Dell coming there like, what's the problem? I got to check your reflection. Instead of hitting on her knees and make sure her goddamn reflection still strong, hit that bitch on top of the head. That motherfucker sound hollow than a motherfucker. I'm like, damn, bitch, did you know you ain't got no brains in that motherfucker? Dong! You know what I'm talking about? It's like, you ain't got no brains. Bitch don't want to believe it. She don't want to believe it, bro. But look.
Now, I don't know if this is Kenneka walking through this lobby.
I know that is.
But it could explain why her hair was curly like that in that freezer. I mean, y'all let me know what y'all think about this. And then remember that article that I showed y'all in the beginning from the Chicago Tribune dated September the 13th? They told us that this was Kenneka. But guess what? The Chicago Tribune came out with a revised article dated October the 20th. And the narrative is a little different, okay?
I told you they had to switch the story up. That's why Andrew Holmes said, yeah, man, she was in the lobby. Now, check this out. If Andrew Holmes said he saw Kenneka in the lobby, he wasn't lying. He wasn't lying. Only thing he lied about that she was so drunk and purged, she got on the elevators. She walked straight out that door.
So in this article, they tell us that at around 3 a.m., Kenneka got ready to leave the party, her and her little friends.
At 1?
And that she was left.
This at 1 a.m. Watch this. Watch how this sound at 1 a.m.
Left in the hallway, and they ran back in the room and got her stuff.
Told you.
This is what the article says now. Nothing about her being seen near the front desk at 3:20. It jumped straight to September the 9th, 3:25 to 3:32. It talks about her walking around those hallways and entering the freezer. They completely removed the sighting of her near that front desk. I mean, did they find out that it wasn't her, or were we not supposed to see that part?
My best guess, we wasn't supposed to see that part. Because I remember when Miss Reese was telling the news, telling the radio station, we were telling them, like, can y'all not show that photo? In the paperwork, I mean. She was begging the police, can you not show this shit? Now you see why this lady name is written all over 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock, bruh. The lady had nerves. When she got Kenneka phone, the first thing she did in Kenneka phone is editing videos. You can read it. Once she started editing video, look what time it. Check this out. If you really want to know the truth, let's go to this shit right here. No, let's go to this. Wait a minute. This will be it. No, let me go to this. Guess what time this is going to be? This will be actually at 8:06. You think I'm lying? Watch this. Can I show y'all this? I want to show y'all this right here. Hold on. Hold up. Hold up. Let me get out of that. I want to show y'all this. Boom! See that timestamp? Trey Gang finna expose all of this. Remember this at 8:49, right? This at 8:06. 8:06. Hold on. Watch this. If this at 8:06, right? If this at 8:06, you got Irene in the lobby. You got Leonora, her little clique, right? Check this out. 8:06. Need to go Kenneka phone. Right here. This at 8:36. So can we match this 8 sum with this sum? And watch how this finna all make sense. Boy, look at this. Tell me, do this hit different now? You don't need no narrative. If I tell y'all this at 8:07. 8:07. Think about when they get to 8:36. Woo! And what Miss Teresa would be doing on Kenneka phone. According to what you see on the footage. Watch this, y'all. Boy, that finna explain why the police presence so heavy. Man, just look. You got Irene up there. Now you understand that's why Irene up there at 8 something. Cause remember y'all when she was like in Zach TV, like why y'all just didn't say she was in the freezer when we was up there? Cause they already knew she was in the freezer. This is 849. Everybody knows she was in the freezer. That's why everybody cooperating. Yep, this shit got a whole lot to do with Bill Murray and Selena Gomez. Man, look. Check this out. This shit got every bit to do with Selena Gomez and Bill Murray. Check it out. This at 8:13. This at 8:13. Look what you see in the lobby. You can't miss nothing. You can't miss nothing. Look who finna be blending in and look who be blending out. Man, I'm seeing family walking all through this motherfucker, bruh. I ain't even worry about them no more. I'm seeing the motherfucker walking in and out like, I can't believe these motherfuckers actually walking past camera like they don't even know what's going on. Check it out. So, Miss Teresa, oh look, that Leonora on the phone. So now you know Miss Teresa got Kenneka phone and editing the video trying to explain what happened to Kenneka at one song. Cold shit her. Miss Teresa's on Kenneka phone editing video trying to say she was in the room at one song and not the parking lot. Where is Shamaya, Monifa, and Bree Bree at this point? Nobody ain't concerned about that at this time. Guess where they at the police station? When Miss Teresa dropped them out, she didn't drop them out back on the west side. Look at the other family members coming in. Boy, this some cold shit here. There go the other family members coming in. Man, we getting up to almost at 8:30. Y'all see that lady manager at the door? That when it look. That female manager right here. I'm trying to tell everybody, bro. I'm like, look, these people is involved with that lady case. Don't you know how many times you finna see this lady on the footage? Round one some on September the 9th. With who? The assistant beverage manager say he works security. And guess who they were walking out the door with? You mean to tell me they walked out the door with Smack? This lady right here, Traegan. Yeah, that lady right, that white lady right there. Walked out the door with the assistant beverage manager that worked security on the third shift and walked out that motherfucker with Smacks, Cocky, and everybody else. Look, watch this whole video, gang. Man, I need to flash that timestamp. We already see what was going on at 7:46. We know what's going on at 8:36. Look. Right? Check this out. Look. Video. Look, she was already editing video at 5:32. In the evening. Whoa, look how quick she started editing video. Oh, the first video she edited was at 10:53 in the morning. So that's why you don't see Teresa here. She gonna be outside on that goddamn phone editing the video. While living over and they were like, yeah, can y'all check the footage and make sure everything gonna go right like we planned it to be? Shit. If they start talking to the police round about this time frame, share the video. Oh shit! Let me add this with it. Shit, let me. Oh god damn it! I knew it. Now you see why the police had so much to talk about with Living Norm instead of the mammy. See what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. Pow! Don't it fit this time frame? Woo! And then that's why he wiping the sweat off. That boy hot. Share this video now. And while Leonora talking to the police, Lou and Miss Teresa doing edit those video. God damn it. So we can show Kenneka getting on them elevators at one something she just arrived. Sure it is. Yeah, sure the real truth. Look. Damn, Irene. I could have sworn you got a video too talking about Monifa. You got to confess up now. It wasn't Monifa that she was talking to. It was Leonora. Ooh, it traced back to Kenneka phone. Mm-hmm. Look. Look what Miss Teresa saying this. Come on, y'all. And then look what you see on the footage. Cover up. Miss Teresa cooperate. Yeah, you just get on that phone and show these people she was on the elevator at one song. Cause guess what Sergeant Rose gonna say? Everybody know what Sergeant Rose gonna say, right? Let's go to Sergeant Rose narrative. Do this sound like Miss Teresa was working with Sergeant Rose right here around one song? Kenneka Jenkins arrived at the hotel approximately 1:30 where she met with two friends on the ninth floor, and her friends re-entered the room and leaving Jenkins in the hallway alone. That's at 1:30? I thought he was supposed to be 3:30. Boy, you see how 1 o'clock coming back up? Hold on. Wait a minute. And Miss Teresa was like, yeah, they was kicking us out the hotel. Really? Nah, they weren't kicking y'all ass out. So you got Miss Teresa trying to follow up with Sergeant Rose and stating that, yeah, when she got to the hotel at 1:30, she met with two friends on the 9th floor. Her friends re-entered the room. I'm telling y'all, Kenneka Jenkins never went in that room 926. She probably went in that room on the 11th floor where they was at. $1:30. She was already left in the hallway. So Mr. Teresa said, here go a video. Kenneka is talking and you can see her appear on camera saying something, smiling, dancing, turn, breathe around in the camera view. Hold up. Hold up. So this was one of the videos that she was modifying that A to make it say, hey, this a video. And this showing them on the elevator with Monifa and it. Oh, god damn, Miss Teresa. You must have too much to drink. Boy, you let that alcohol talk a little too much on that one. So it's finna match up with this time frame. Just to match up with 136. Now watch the whole play, y'all. Watch the whole play. Now watch the whole play at A-Sum. Man, y'all know what put the icing on the cake? I'm finna play 54 Key video. Cause remember y'all, 54 broke a video down explaining that ate something. Oh shit, Trey Gang, do it. You gotta do it now, Trey Gang. I gotta go to 54. So now we know what time stamp to look for. Now we know what time stamp to look for. Hold on. Let's see what 54 saying was at 8 something. Watch this, y'all. Hold on now, we need to stick to 1 o'clock. Did she leave the party with a guy?
Does this feel like your period?
No. Honeypot gets it.
What's going on, y'all? Merry Christmas. I ain't gonna hold y'all long. You know, I just was sitting here and I was thinking about some shit, and you know, and I wanted to discuss some details from Kenneka's text message and some shit that happened in Irene's live. So first, I want to start with this text message from Kenneka that was on 9/9/5:02 a.m. UTC, which is 11:02, and it says, "Let me be a thought in peace. Stop trying to kill me, bro. Clown ass. 100." Excuse me. So I mean, it sounds like she running from a nigga. You know what I mean? Like a motherfucker probably on her. You know what I mean? She probably done told this motherfucker she on her way to a hotel party. You know what I mean? And he feeling some kind of way. Cause you know, we picked. You know, I showed you where they picked Bree up at 10:38. They were en route to this party, man. And when they got to this party, this shit, you know, this is what it was.
Right here, gang. Check this out. This how I'm finna do it. The female manager, beverage manager, what the light on. I'm gonna need to get to 8 something. When she was talking about 8 something. Right here, I believe. Food beverage manager. Let me go to this one.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? I'm back. I told.
Right here. Now check this out. Hold on. Won't this make sense? I ain't even gonna show you 54 video. I ain't gonna show you the video. Just listen to the narrative watching this video. Hold on. Not this video. Hold on, where I was at? Right here. Watch it from this time frame, 8:29, and watch it from this time frame. Won't it expose who was in the kitchen with Kenneka for 2 hours? Miss Teresa said out her own mouth. Watch this. I'm gonna start from this time frame.
And we're going to key in on a specific time frame between 11:20 p.m. on September the 9th, right before they found Kenneka, up until 12:26 a.m. on September the 10th. Okay? So, yeah, we're going to get into this shit, man. But before we do, we're going to go over this footage right here, man, because this is what they gave us. Kenneka walking straight to the freezer. Then we got this motherfucker right here walking straight to the freezer. So yeah, let's get into this shit, man. But before we do, let's rewind for the one time. On September the 9th at about 8 o'clock, Lenora and Miss Teresa and them up there acting a fool. But then we see the female manager in the lower level at 8:23:39. And then seconds later, look who's behind her. The beverage manager. Only thing is that he cut this corner and she didn't. But he's right behind her. Now, I don't know what she went down there to do, but what I do know is that he was on her ass. He was on her ass. And then we see her back at the front desk right here at 8:25 on the phone.
101, 201, an unwanted subject.
Woo!
201. 101, 201, unwanted subject, 5440 River Road, 5440 River Road, Crown Plaza. It's going to be for a female black wearing a black sweater and blue jeans, knocking on all the hotel rooms. She's going floor to floor looking for her missing 19-year-old daughter. The hotel would like her out of the property, off the property.
That's when they were asking for the phone.
The police was called to the Crown Plaza at 8:29, and they wanted Miss Teresa and them off the property. Yeah. And then don't forget about this motherfucker right here. 5 minutes after they called the police, this maintenance guy ended up in the kitchen where they found Kenneka. And he told us in his statement that when he was in that kitchen, he was in there 1 minute before somebody from the front desk called him and told him to go check the pool. And I told y'all, I felt like he was being redirected. And I still feel that way. But I wanted to know who called him. Who called him? So, yeah. I went looking for the front desk footage. And let's see if we can figure out who called him. Watch this.
Check this
now,
out.
This footage right here is from the front desk. And it starts at 8:34. Watch the guy at the front desk. And don't forget, at this time, the maintenance guy, he's in the kitchen where they found Kenneka. Remember, he said he got a call from the front desk. He hangs the phone up, picks it right back up, takes some notes, he write down some shit. Okay? Watch him. Hangs the phone up, and then picked up his radio at 8:35.
Y'all know this all
The
family
maintenance guy
members
told
right
us he
here,
was
dog.
only in there for a minute before he received that call from the front desk. And like I said, I wanted to know who called him. So do y'all think this guy right here called him? I do. I do. I think he was the one that called him. But now the question is, who called him? Y'all understand where I'm going with this? Who called him?
Now y'all see how they cleared it out when you seen the Garcia came up. Look, boom, she talked to security dude. They go to Mammy. They go to other family member. Bam, watch this. Check this out. This is going on 9 o'clock, right? This is going on 9 o'clock. Look at the movement. Look at everybody. Woo, boy, these motherfuckers crazy. This finna go on 9 o'clock. Next video. Damn. God damn it. Damn it.
Yeah. Since we've done a nice little recap, let's go ahead and get into this shit. Because I told y'all we was going to focus on a specific time frame between 11:20 p.m. and 12:26. Viewing into the next that starts at 11:19.
Now look, this ain't even at 11. Boy, this at 9:20.
And what the officer is saying is that they about to go watch the cameras.
9:20.
I don't know, maybe some of y'all missed it or in the beginning, I don't know. But he says over the radio, we about to go watch the cameras. And then 1 minute later, look at him. The female manager is directing the police officer behind the front desk.
But she supposed to be keeping up with A something. Y'all see how she keeping up with A something? But when you look, guess what time when you knock 2 hours off this shit? Boy, they done got caught up for real.
Yeah. I went looking for the front desk footage. And let's see if we can figure out who called him. Watch this. Now, this footage right here is from the front desk. And it starts at 8:34. Watch the guy at the front desk. And don't forget, at this time, the maintenance guy, he's in the kitchen where they found Kenneka. Remember, he said he got a call from the front desk. He hangs the phone up, picks it right back up, takes some notes, he write down some shit. Okay? Watch it. Hangs the phone up, and then picked up his radio at 8:35. The maintenance guy told us he was only in there for a minute before he received that call from the front desk. And like I said, I wanted to know who called him. So do y'all think this guy right here called him? I do. I do. I think he was the one that called him. But now the question is, who called him? Y'all understand where I'm going with this? Who called him? Yeah. Since we've done a nice little recap, let's go ahead and get into this shit, because I told y'all we was going to focus on a specific time frame between 11:20 p.m. and 12:26. And we're going to start off with this because some people are still confused as to where the police were reviewing the footage at the hotel. And I'm about to show y'all. So listen to this.
Hey, Sarge, I'm going to go look at the cameras real quick.
That call came in at 11:19.
2 hours off the footage. 11, 10, 9. Don't they go back to 9 o'clock? Boy, if you just knock 2 hours off this footage and listen to that narrative, won't this match up with this? Man, what I do with my, gotta be this one. Gotta match up with this. Man, y'all better pay attention to this bitch.
So now watch this lobby footage that starts at 11:19. And what the officer is saying is that they about to go watch the cameras.
They will make sense
I
at
don't know, maybe some of
9:20
y'all
going
missed
on
it,
10
In
o'clock.
the beginning, I don't know. But he says over the radio, we about to go watch the cameras. And then 1 minute later, look at him. The female manager is directing the police officer behind the front desk. And then there's a second call. Yeah, listen to this one.
601 from 609. Go ahead. Hey, when you guys are done up there, just meet me where the cameras are, please, or where I'm watching the footage. We are just about approaching. All right, simple.
Now that second call came in at about 11:33. So he was back there about 13, 14 minutes before he called the other cops like, shit, come meet me where I'm reviewing the footage. And then, look at this shit. At 11:34, look where they going. They going behind the front desk. And I'm telling y'all this because that information is important. Don't forget that. They're reviewing the footage behind the front desk. Okay? So what we about to do now, it's 11:34 on this lobby footage. What we about to do now is watch them move when they come out that office. Let's go, y'all.
Rosemont from 601.
601, go ahead.
Myself, 609 Tango, and 101. We're going to be going downstairs in the basement area of Crown Plaza, just in case you use communication with us.
10-4.
Now, when the officers hit those steps, this is where they end up, in this hallway right here. And that's where they wanted us to believe Kenneka was coming up that ramp, remember? Yeah, so watch their path. They're in this hallway, and when you get to the end of this hallway, there's a door on the right, and that's where we thought we saw that struggle. And then you can hang this left right here. And that's what they do. They hang that left. And understand this. This is the same path that they wanted us to believe that Kenneka took. Okay? So watch them. Because I don't know about y'all, but I was still, even to this day, unclear about certain areas on this lower level. And I'm going to tell y'all what I found in this. Y'all might already know this shit. I didn't. But When they get toward the middle of that hallway, they hang a left and end up right here. They end up right here. And that's, you got the female manager showing them into the lower level kitchen. Take note of the time. I know in the last video, when I first saw this, I thought it was about like 10:30 something, like it was 10:30. But I was looking at the wrong time. Actually, it is 11:37. Okay, so I need y'all to remember that time. Okay, and like I said, I was one who was still confused about the layout in this lower level. So, you know, just so we can clear up some things, so we can, you know, put two and two together. I found a video from this girl. I believe her name was like Jennifer Ferreira or something like that. But she walked this lower level, and I want to show y'all some of the things that that had me confused in the beginning. You know, so let's look at a couple things during her walkthrough. When she panned to the left, that's the steps that the police came down. Okay, and she's in that hallway that they walked down. There's that door to the right. I told y'all where we thought we saw a struggle. And when she look in the door, look to the right real quick. I wonder where that door leads to. Looks like an exit door. You know, I don't know. But when she hang this left, now she's taking the same path that we just seen the police take, and that we also seen the beverage manager take. When she gets down to the middle of this hallway, I want to point something out to y'all. When she gets to the middle of this hallway, do you notice if when you take a left right there, you got the escalators, and then you got those stairs that Kenneka bumped into, okay? And then when you go straight down this hallway, it takes you into that kitchen. So that was one of the things that I didn't know. Now, so you can hang a left right there and get to the escalator and the stairs. I didn't know that. So now let's look at the path that they wanted us to believe Kenneka took. I mean, this shit still looks weird to me. She comes down the same hallway, and she cut this left like everybody else. So she gets down this hallway right here, and now need I remind y'all, I just showed y'all if you go to the left, there's the stairs and the escalator. Why didn't she go that way? You know, that was just one of the things that, you know, that I questioned when I saw this footage right here. But then we catch her, so she's past the escalators and the stairs. She's headed toward that kitchen.
Alright, to make a long story short, when 54 broke that junk down, knocked 2 hours off the footage, you just solved the biggest cover up in the world with that statement alone. Cause when they go back to 8 something, police in the kitchen, Miss Teresa had to come up with a narrative with like, well, we in the lobby at this time. Leonora talking to the police at this time, so we need to tell the world that yeah, we was up there looking for her and the police had a big problem. But the real reason, cause y'all on the footage and you need to explain. Why would y'all be on the footage, hanging around, lingering, drinking hot cocoa, coffee, or a shot of booze, don't know what's in the cup, but y'all sitting around and lingering and waiting on the police response. It's crazy that I see why Miss Teresa said, hey, you know, my daughter was killed the way y'all thought. It was a murder, and I was scared to tell y'all. You was scared, Miss Teresa, and you connected to the biggest gang in Chicago when you got these YouTubers and Instagram and TikTok doing anything on the west side dealing with new breeds. They need to put you on the goddamn screen thumbnail. Yeah, new breed, the Grand Wizard and shit. This big head Miss Teresa right here. The biggest new breed in the world. Hold on. So, check this out. This would go back, if they want you to believe this, at 11:41, 10:41, or 9:41. If this at 9:41, don't it still go back to this? Shit. Look who would be in the kitchen. Come on, it don't take a rocket science to figure this shit out. So now since we established this at 9 something, okay. Now I see why the police heavily present up there. I see it now. That's why Miss Teresa had to say what she said and live in Norwood, and then look, boom.
And don't forget, you can review the footage from behind the front desk.
So can.
So I'm quite sure it's a back office or some shit.
Yeah, it's a back
And
office.
then at 11:43:35, we got the female manager leaving the lower level kitchen.
9:43.
So she done took the police down there. They've been down there about 6 minutes. She done left their ass. They still down there. And now she's headed back toward
Check it out.
the front desk. And then she gonna hang this right and go up those steps. And then look who comes out the front office at 11:44.
Talking to the police.
Talking to the police.
Woo! And what he described?
Probably trying to push some bullshit ass narrative. And then
She know what he talking about, pushing the narrative. Don't it make sense why the assistant baby man, the one that's finna find her? Hold on. The one that's finna find the body? This ain't even 12 yet. So let's see when they actually find the body. Cause once they found the body, they said they really found the body at what time? Hold on, watch this. I'm finna bust Miss Teresa a new asshole.
look, they met up right here when she got up at the top of those steps. Now she's talking to the police officer and the beverage manager. Yeah. And then around this time, listen to the police scanner.
600, 600. Go ahead, Jen. Yeah, there are numerous areas in this basement and it's also the sub-basement. I don't know if you want to bring out the firehouse and have them do a secondary search behind us, an area research, and that numerous levels.
Guess what they said they were searching? The firehouse. Guess where the firehouse at? The private area. Where the beverage manager come walking out that angle. Hold on, watch this. Check this out. Alright. I want to make a long story short when it come to the timestamp. I gotta go to my playlist. What time Miss Teresa will be running when they said, yeah, we... Oh, here we go. Look, on the dot. Whoa, you see what time that is? You don't see no other family member. You just see her and Leonora. Guess what time this is? Boy, you finna bust Miss Teresa ass up. Cause you heard the police freaks. Then the police said, yeah, we down here in the area. It's numerous places down here. So we need to search. So they let you know when did she actually see that body for her to be running out that motherfucker. Huh? Is she running out this John at 11:48? She running out this motherfucker at 9:48. You do the math. I'm finna see what you come up with. Look, think about this timestamp right here and go back to be like, damn. In the beginning, why they show Miss Teresa running out this time? This saying 11. This saying goddamn it, 11:48 when she found out the news. So if this at 11:48, why they got her running in the lobby at 1 something in the morning on September the 10th? Now check this out. Not this up 2 hours. 12:01. So if you think about, damn, Mr. Reese said they kicked them out the hotel and made them stand in the parking lot. This just show you proof that Mr. Reese and them were with the police department when the manager dropped them off down there. And when they showed them Kenneka body and whatever the fuck going on with surveillance footage, them motherfucking bitches ran out of there. Just like King Rob said. You know what? I can relate to the Kenneka Jenkins case, cause man, don't you know these people is the same people that we was all raised up with. These the wretched ass family, you know what I'm saying? I always stay in some shit. Bad ass nephews, you know what I'm saying? The big homies in the family. Don't fuck with these bitches. They gang for real. Shit, they so gang goddamn. Look at the other shit they got going on. These motherfuckers at the hotel making murders. Working with the police. I can see why would they work with the police. If you got motherfuckers in your family that's high-ranking gang members and high-ranking drug dealers and pimps in and out of jail, who turned the informant? And whoever turned the informant, police was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Y'all in the human trafficking too. I see Lenora big boot ass. Look, shit, man, look, I'll make your charges go away if you let me holler at Lenora. Will Lenora give me some booty? She love you that much, give me some booty. And that's how this shit finna go. Man, just imagine all the DA, the feds, because keep this in mind, when I first looked in the Kenneka Jenkins case, right, when they were talking about Kenneka brother in there, they were talking about a murder. Her brother supposed to be killing some other dude, new retaliation. And I looked into that. And there was so many loopholes in it. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, damn, is they family or they brothers? I can't trace because Miss Teresa never claimed these people as her kids, but on the YouTube street, they supposed to be Kenneka brothers. That what was throwing me in the loop. Like, damn, what the fuck? But it makes sense now. Because when I looked up Kenneka family, that's how I found out that I'm like, damn. You know, the Kenny Martin run deep on the west side. And mostly, put it like this, if you got a big homie in the family, your uncle, and he got a son, he gonna name him after Johnny. That's why everybody named Johnny. That's why you got a lot of motherfucker Johnnies in the family, like all the cousins and the uncle Johnny Martin, Johnny Jenkins. You see what I'm saying? J Money, Jonathan. It's just spelled different. So when you look at this, boom. No family member in sight. No family member. There is no family member. Check this out. They want y'all to believe this was at 11:48 or at 1:48. Miss Reese gonna say they told me at 1 something. Look. They run out, go to the lobby. Now you see how these YouTubers was like, let me block that time out, because they when the case was still fresh. So they know to crop the time out. Now look how the family finna look. Boom. So look. Boy, if Mitch Teresa already saw the body, so they used this camera right here. It fitted with this camera. That's why they had everybody to line up and say, stop right here, because we don't need you on this camera to interfere with this camera. 2 different time frames. 2 different time frames. Man, look at this image alone. These people literally standing in a single file line. If that was my family that were concerned about me, if the police would have walked my people in that ballroom right here, in that ballroom, don't you think that you would see my whole family at this doorway right here? Not right here. So once you look at this footage right here, what time this actually was? Because you want to know what I think what time this actually was? This time when they said, look, y'all come on and walk through here, that y'all standing in the single file line, cause they already had this footage. So they just merged footage together, made it look like, yeah, they ran out and they when the family stuck. Look, check this out. They went Mitch Teresa, right? Look, check this out. Boom! But if you listen to that 911 call or the police frequency, they supposed to be in the parking lot, remember? Mitch Teresa gonna be in the parking lot. Guess where the police going? Lower level kitchen. So when Mitch Teresa meet with the police on the lower level kitchen, right? Check this out. You get this. When she first run out that motherfucker. Look. Bam! That's when she gonna be with the police. When they all walked in the kitchen. This where you get this at. Later on, 2 hours later, and one song to fit this, where everybody singing this single file line, that's when they had them to walk here. Y'all come on in here. Cause we just can't just show y'all just running. We just can't just show y'all just running out of here and can't show y'all why y'all running out of here and we can't show y'all coming in. They will make it look strange. But if we do a reenactment of this shit, come on and walk back here. You know what I'm saying? So you already know Mitri, you already know what about it. And then look how quick look how quick she finna come out that motherfucker. And this at 11:48, look how quick she finna come out that motherfucker, right? Don't worry about this shit. This is a reenactment to match it up with that footage. Look. So they saw her walk in the room. They still out there. Watch this. Check this out. Especially this lady right here. Especially this lady. They know the crew. They already know. Look, all three of them go out here. Boom, watch this. See that? Look. Boy, that timestamp is cropped out. But watch this. The lady outside already ran back in. Followed by the other motherfucker, then Miss Teresa coming out. That's the reenactment. Golly. I can go back to Miss Teresa's old radio station. So now look, when you think about this, don't this shit hit different now? Woo!
I'll get out here responding cold and then just pop up in the lobby and we'll make a plan.
The police then came across this scanner talking about it's too many hallways and shit to check and they need some help. And now we see the beverage manager, he walked away from the police officer at 11:45:32, and then he hit the food court hall. And then when you go down this hallway, this is another thing that I didn't know. When you go down this hallway where he's going and you hang a right there, this is where the fuck you come out at. I didn't even know. I told you I was confused about the layout. But he comes down these stairs right here. And he goes in the men's bathroom.
Oh, my bad, y'all. Check this out. So that means you mean to tell me if this at 8:39, 30 minutes, you got this watch off Kenneka wrist at 9 o'clock. They show y'all what time they took the watch off and took a goddamn picture of it. They done took a picture of it. And didn't even think about the time because they was so busy trying to cover up the case and they left the time on the watch. Or maybe that motherfucker was still ticking, but we know that watch is going to be off and it's going to be in a black bag. So that makes you think when you go back and watch that surveillance footage again, when they found her in the freezer, that whole footage, go back to 5 o'clock in the morning when they hand Miss Teresa that bag. 5 o'clock in the morning? Before she in the freezer? So that means you could calculate when she saw the body. Let's see how we calculate. They gave her that, and we seen them took pictures of the bag in the freezer. Same right here. Hold on. It's another picture too. Let's go to the other picture of the watch. Because it got another timestamp too. And keep this in mind, when it was on her wrist, when they took the picture of it, it showed 3 o'clock. God damn. God damn, boy, that watch finna be the biggest clue in the world, and it finna spark all this shit all over again. Cause on the watch, when it was on the wrist, what time it said? Hold up, y'all. Let me find it right quick. Damn, man. You mean to tell me? What a watch? What a watch? Yeah, I got to have the other watch. I know I got the other watch somewhere. Hold on, y'all. Okay, right here. No, I ain't delete the job. Yeah, it won't be hard to put it, you know what I'm talking about. Alright. They should know that anyway, though. Alright, y'all. So now look. So ask yourself a question this. What time did she actually came running out that job? Was at 11:48, going on 12? Or did she came out running in that motherfucker? Look. I need to go to this. Right here.
The left, it end up right here. They end up right here. And that's, you got the female manager showing them into the lower level kitchen.
They on the lower level.
Take note of the time. I know in the last video,
it would make sense that why that she would be running out of here, because you can go clean in that barroom. It's a freight elevator that can take you downstairs and go to any go to the kitchen down in this area. You see what I'm saying? It's freight elevators over here. And then you know what draw the suspicion? If you got a group that got this room rented out, why is you got Miss Teresa in this room where this group had this room rented out? This is like The police like, yeah, let Miss Teresa come in your room right quick so we could break the news to her. Why in my room? Why you ain't take her to the security office? When you catch a motherfucker stealing or something, breaking the law, you take her to the security office. You see what I'm saying? Why would you... Man, look, you... And guess who rented these rooms? The same college kids that's there for medical students. Medical reasons. So this let you just know she's a part of the fucking group. She ran out their ballroom. She ran out their ballroom. She with the group. You wouldn't have access to this ballroom if you was a part of this group. Because if you weren't a part of this group, they could have just took you to the back office. Never seen that. This lady ain't even talking about security. Why? When she was trying to, y'all help me. I need the public help. But never said nothing about security. And everybody got questions about security, but you ignored the security theory. That's all I'm saying. Hold on. So, explain why this timestamp up match up with this. So if you got the police going
when
down,
I first saw this, I thought it was about like 10:30 something, like it was 10:30. But I was looking at the wrong time. Actually, it is 11:37. Okay, so I need y'all to remember that time.
what made you go back an hour off when you said you thought it was at 10:30? Maybe you need to go back to 9:30. Ooh, 9:30. Knock it out 1 more hour, 54. Not 1 more hour off that month. 2 hours off. So the man would drop the police off?
And like I said, I was one who was still confused about the layout in this lower level. So, just so we can clear up some things so we can, put two and two together. I found a video from this girl, I believe her name was like Jennifer Ferreira or something like that. But she walked this lower level. And I want to show y'all some of the things that that had me confused in the beginning. So let's look at a couple things during her walkthrough. When she panned to the left, that's the steps that the police came down. Okay? And she's in that hallway that they walked down. There's that door to the right. I told y'all where we thought we saw a struggle. And when she look in the door, look to the right real quick. I wonder where that door leads to. Looks like an exit door. I don't know. But when she hang this left, now she's taking the same path that we just seen the police take and that we also seen the beverage manager take. When she gets down to the middle of this hallway, I want to point something out to y'all. When she gets to the middle of this hallway, do you notice if when you take a left?
This is another way to throw everybody out from the truth. So once you go back to this stuff, what y'all think now, gang? Once you see this. And then look, it remind y'all Miss Teresa got the phone and editing videos to cover up for one song. Not only that she covering up for one song, but you got the YouTubers with Miss Teresa and them help throwing everything off. So what if you collaborate this video with this video? Look who you will see on this video with this video round about this same time and see the timestamp. All right, why did 12:49? When did
around
go
this time,
12:48?
listen to the police scanner. Would only take y'all less than a minute to use the
See
bathroom.
that?
It just didn't come right back out. Ain't
See
washed his
that?
hands, ain't fixing his clothes, nothing. I don't.
See that? Pie y'all. Man, look. Man, Trey ain't to be back, y'all. I just want to throw that in y'all face. Like, man, look, y'all see this? Cause look, around September the 9th at 4:15 in the morning, the police was already at Shemaya mama house picking up her mammy and bringing her back to the police station in Rosemont at 4 in the morning. Who is Shemaya mammy? Did anybody look into see who Shemaya mammy was? Man, you need to be interested in that shit. And they were picking that lady up because they said, look, round one song, look, guess what she gonna be? Guess what she placing me at one song? In the fucking parking lot. In the parking lot again. They go back to one song. Bam! Bye, y'all. And I'll be back, y'all.